There is a specific kind of internal screaming you experience when you watch two people who are clearly, mathematically destined to be together. Insist they're just friends. Imagine living your life in a way where everyone around you thinks you're in a relationship except for you and the person by your side. A classic case of mixed signals? Or perhaps a comedic twist of fate. Hey besties! Welcome back to Camus in Context. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our amazing community. This story revolves around a platonic delusion. That gray area where two people share a bank account, a dog and a soul, but still say, "Who, him? No, he's like my brother." We've gathered the receipts, the awkward dinner party stories, and the moment it finally snapped. Grab your popcorn, because the denial is high definition. Before we go any further, let me ask you something. Have you ever watched two people and thought, if these two don't end up together, love is fake? The kind of connection that makes people uncomfortable because it mirrors feelings they never resolved. That was Fred and Maddie. And the worst part? Everyone could see it, except the two people inside it. Meet Fred and Maddie. They met during orientation week and instantly hit it off. They spent hours talking, laughing, and even studying together. Everyone around them couldn't help but notice the undeniable chemistry. The whispering started. Friends, classmates, even professors thought they were dating. They were the it couple on campus. They got invited to events as a pair. When one of them wasn't present, people asked, "Where's the other one?" If Fred walked in alone, someone would say, "Maddie's running late?" Even their families started asking questions. The kind you can't laugh off anymore. But here's the kicker. Both Fred and Maddie were oblivious to what everyone thought. They were just friends. Best friends. No romantic feelings whatsoever. Or at least, that's what they believed. As time went on, the jokes escalated. Friends constantly nudged them, saying things like, "When are you two going to stop pretending?" It got so absurd that one friend even created an Instagram page dedicated to their relationship moments. People asked questions like, "So when did you two make it official? Who made the first move? Are you planning something serious?" But the funny thing is, they never dated. Not once. Not officially. Not secretly. And yet, they were emotionally closer than most couples. At first, it was nothing. Just small talk. Complaints about deadlines. Inside jokes about that one annoying supervisor. But somewhere between, "Can you help me with this?" and "Let's grab lunch together." Something shifted. They started sitting together every day. If Maddie came late, Fred saved her seat. If Fred forgot his charger, Maddie already had one waiting. Still nothing romantic. At least, not officially. They started texting. Not work texts. Not reminders. Real texts. Good morning texts. Random memes. Did you eat? Have you reached home? They told each other things they didn't tell anyone else. Fred talked about how he hated going home to silence. Maddie talked about how she felt invisible in her last relationship. They became each other's emotional safe place. Without realizing it, they had quietly replaced romantic partners with each other. Bad day. They called each other. Good news? They told each other first. Lonely night? Long calls that never had an agenda. They weren't dating, but nobody else could really get close. Because when two people emotionally commit without clarity, everyone else becomes a threat, without ever doing anything wrong. And when people started whispering, "Those two are definitely dating," they laughed it off. "No, we're just close." Just close. People already decided. They were a couple. But here's the thing. They never crossed that line. No kiss. No confession. No label. Just emotional intimacy so deep. It scared them both. Fred thought, "If I say something and ruin this, I lose her." Maddie thought, "If I say something and he doesn't feel the same, I look foolish." So they stayed silent. They convinced themselves that what they had was safer without a name. But unnamed things don't stay stable. They grow messy. It started small. Fred mentioned a date casually. Maddie smiled, then went quiet. She said she was tired. Ended the call early. Fred noticed but didn't ask. Later, Maddie posted a picture with another guy. Fred stared at it longer than he should have. He told himself it didn't matter. After all, she wasn't his girlfriend. But his chest felt tight anyway. That's the thing about undefined relationships. Your emotions don't follow the rules you never made. Suddenly, boundaries appeared. Not spoken. Just felt. Texts became shorter. Laughs felt forced. They were hurting. Over rules they never defined. One evening it finally spilled. Maddie asked, half joking, half serious. So what exactly are we? Fred froze. He laughed nervously. I mean, we're friends, right? That word hit harder than any insult. Friends. After everything. She nodded. Yeah, friends. But friends don't feel betrayed when you date someone else. Friends don't lose sleep over each other's silence. Friends don't break like this. They drifted. No fight. No ploucher. Just distance. New seats. New lunch partners. New routines. Sometimes they still catch each other's eyes. Sometimes they almost text. But they don't. Because admitting the truth now would mean admitting they were too afraid when it mattered. Some relationships don't end with a breakup. They end with silence. With things unsaid. With feelings unnamed. Years later, they'll both tell the story differently. Fred will say, we were just friends who drifted. Maddie will say, we were almost something. And the truth? It lived somewhere in between. Waiting for courage that never came. So if you're watching this, and you're in something that feels like almost, ask yourself, are you protecting peace? Or avoiding courage? Because sometimes, the biggest heartbreak is not trying at all. If this story felt familiar, you're not alone. So let me ask you, and be honest, were they ever really just friends? Or were they in a relationship that died before it ever got a name? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because sometimes the hardest relationships to get over aren't the ones that ended. They're the ones that never officially existed. See you in my next story, besties.